Today we'll put together a full body dumbbell workout that builds muscle. We'll look at how to adapt it to your fitness level and suggest what to change if you're experiencing joint pain, as many of us over 50 do. I'll post the entire workout at the end so you can screenshot it. We'll start with squats. You pick one of 4 exercises. If you're an absolute beginner, start with the low dumbbell sumo squat. This is the easiest and safest variation. The wide stance keeps your shin perpendicular to the floor, reducing knee stress. Having the weight down low reduces the demand on the core and low back. The first progression is the goblet squat, where you hold the dumbbell up in front of you. This increases the range of motion and demands more core stability, although it's easier on the back than a traditional squat because your torso is more upright. If you maintain a wide stance like you did with the sumo squat, it keeps the stress off the knees. As long as you're progressing on exercise, there's no reason to change it. But if you're training at home, you'll find as you progressively overload the movement, you'll end up using the heaviest weight you own and doing so many reps it feels like cardio. At this point, it's time to change to a harder variation, and for squats, I'd recommend bench or box squats. This allows you to use 2 dumbbells, and because you're using a bench, it gives you a defined stopping point. If you ever fail on a rep, you just sit on the bench. The key to this movement is to push your hips back as you sit down. This engages the glutes more and protects the knee. An honorable mention goes to split squats, as that's the next progression, especially if you have limited weight to use. For our chest, the bench press is a staple movement that can be adjusted according to our needs. If you have shoulder issues, consider doing a neutral grip press with your palms facing each other. Another thing you can try is setting the bench at a slight 15-degree incline. This puts your shoulder in a more favorable position and increases the difficulty of the exercise, allowing you to work the whole chest effectively with less weight. The bonus being increased emphasis on the upper chest, an area that's weak on most guys. For the back, I recommend a chest-supported dumbbell row. These are excellent for beginners right to advanced lifters. There's no load on the low back, and they're easy to set up and do. You set your bench on the lowest incline possible so that you can shift from one side to the other to reach the dumbbells, but high enough they don't hit the floor as you row. The new bench that I got from Bells of Steel, link in the top comment, is taller than my old bench, which allows it to be set lower. The lower the incline, the better it hits the lats. For this workout, we want a neutral grip, keeping our elbows close to our sides. Think rotating the weight back and up as opposed to pulling straight up. To effectively work our posterior chain, it's essential to learn how to hip hinge. An excellent exercise for this is the Romanian deadlift, or RDL for short. This exercise strengthens your low back, glutes, and hamstrings. You move your hips back as you lower the weight until you feel a good stretch in your hamstrings, or stop just before your low back starts to round. Then you drive your hips forward as you squeeze your glutes. This is the most basic variation and where I'd recommend you start. You can regress this movement by replacing it with a hip thrust off a bench, or you can progress it by either doing a kickstand or staggered stance RDL, where you put one foot back behind your primary working leg for stability, or you can take it up another notch and put it up on a bench and do a Bulgarian deadlift. If you think doing a Bulgarian split squat fires up the glutes, wait until you try this exercise. We'll put another pull exercise next with the 45-degree elbow row. This is a great posture builder. It works the traps, rhomboids, middle and rear delts. For arms, I find hammer curls to be the most elbow friendly. One of the nice things about dumbbells is you can adjust your hand position to whatever feels the most comfortable. When ready to increase the challenge, you can do incline curls on a bench set at 45 degrees and perform it with your hands either neutral or palms up. This puts the long head of the bicep in a stretch position. More and more research is showing muscle grows better when it's worked in the stretch position. Tricep exercises bother a lot of people's elbows. I like lying dumbbell tricep extensions in the neutral position. If this bothers your elbow, try adjusting your hand position to halfway in between neutral and palms up. I found this can get rid of elbow pain. Doing a light warm-up set can help with pain too. To advance this move, I do an overhead dumbbell tricep extension for the extra stretch. A workout isn't complete without training abs. For a complete ab exercise progression that works perfectly with this workout, watch this video next and keep working out while having fun. This is Lawrence from Fit and 50. We'll talk to you again in the next one.